This Mobile Geeks video is powered by ASUS.
Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks right here at the Intel press conference at IFA 2015. And what we have right here is not a Surface Pro 3, but a Lenovo Miix 700. So it's part of the IdeaPad range, and it's supposedly pretty much the same concept as the Surface, and it also is the same size as the Surface Pro 3. So it's a 12-inch panel on here, and in a form factor of 3:2 display ratio, so it's got this little offset or untypical display ratio. It's a pretty interesting device because it's based on the new Intel Core M Skylake based SoCs. The screen is again 12 inches and it's got a resolution of 2560 by 1440 pixels. Seems like an IPS panel. We don't know anything about if there is a stylus for it. My guess would be, yeah, there should be models of this device including a pen. But let's take a quick look at the specs right here. We have let me get this PC menu up. So we have an SSD in here that is 256 gigabytes. And if I open up the system menu, I can show you the new Intel Core M56Y54. So that's one of the new Skylake SoCs. Base frequency is 1.1 gigahertz or 1.5 gigahertz, and it probably clocks up to just over 2 gigahertz in this case. I don't know the specs of the Skylake SoCs from my head right now. It's got 4 gigs of RAM. There's probably models with up to 8 gigabytes depending on what you choose. And the concept, as I said, is pretty much the same as the Surface. So you get this keyboard that just folds onto it, and it's also got magnets down here so you can use 2 different settings. So if you want to tilt up the keyboard a little, you can just make it stick to there with those magnets. I'm going to take this off to show you the docking mechanism. So it's also the same as the Surface. You get this magnetic strip plus a bunch of pins up there that connect through USB, my guess would be. And if I turn the device around, you can see that we have the corresponding magnets on both sides right here, and you also get those contacts right there. Up here we have a micro SD card slot. And if you look at the hinge, you can see that Lenovo is now starting to use their watch band hinge that they introduced with the Yoga 3 Pro last year, and puts them on this Surface lookalike device to give you a free range stand on this device. So that's pretty interesting, so you can put it up in a lot of different angles. It doesn't fold further back than this, so there will probably be some people that might break this if you put too much pressure on it. Let's fold it down and give you a quick tour around. Let's start out on the front. You can just get a regular webcam on here. As far as I can tell from looking at it, the bezel seems pretty wide, but you also want to be able to hold this. Weight-wise, it should be just under 1 kilogram in this case, because the Surface also weighs in at 900 grams as far as I know. Let's take a quick tour around. So here we have the power plug that is typically Yoga style or Lenovo style. I introduced that with the last year's Yoga 3 Pro, so this also doubles as a USB port of the full size, so you actually get 2 full-size USB ports on here. This is the watch band hinge, and we have 1 speaker here, and this is where you actually open up the stand. On the bottom, again, those contacts, and on the right side, you'll end up with another grip for the stand, another speaker, plus the watch band hinge, and a full-size USB 3 port, super speed, plus a micro HDMI port, and your volume rocker, and the power button. On top, we got the headset jack plus 2 noise-canceling microphones. If you move over to the back, you can see it's fully made out of aluminum, and again, looks very sturdy. Although these are definitely pre-production units, it already feels pretty good. Up here we have a special thing. This is the RealSense camera from Intel that allows you to do 3D recording, basically, including the special software that is needed for that. Let's put the device down again, and I'll show you how the keyboard looks like and how it folds up. So you get this typical IdeaPad or Lenovo style keyboard on here, although the lift on the keys is very, very little. So as it's very thin, this thing should be under 3 or maybe under 4 millimeters thick, but you still get a full-size keyboard on here with all the buttons you need. I can't see any Cortana buttons for Windows, but should be pretty decent. It does flex a little, but it's fully made out of plastic, and these are still pre-production units. We'll see how that works out when it comes to market. You get a full-size trackpad down here. It's pretty decently sized, and it works pretty well too. So if I fold it up, first it clicks in here with the magnets, and then you can fold it fully up, and you get this kind of faux leather back on here that feels pretty sturdy, and it should be something that is going towards the business users too. And if you look at it from the side when it's folded up, looks like maybe 13 millimeters as the full package. I don't know anything about the battery life on this because the Lenovo event hasn't started yet here at IFA. So this has just been a very quick look at the Lenovo Miix 700 Surface Pro, look-alike, work-alike pretty much here at IFA 2015.